So obviously now we know who it is. It's actually BDS that will play Golden Guardians. Now, he even said, Dom, specifically that he thinks BDS will beat Golden Guardians. Because if you remember, he said that he thought that, like, I mean, assuming people like Striker and they get one guy, he thinks that, like, the coaching staff of BDS is good and that basically they'll just figure out the way people have sort of solved it in NA, how you beat Golden Guardians in BO5. What do you think? Are you taking BDS to win this one?
I have no idea. I'm like thinking about it. It's really hard to say. Like, I feel like BDS should win. You know, like BDS should win, but I can see angles for like why Golden Guardians can win. Like the angles for Golden Guardians, at least for me, the biggest angle for Golden Guardians is the fact that like River and Gory, if they play well together, if they play like they were before playoffs, I think that there's just going to be a big issue with the mid jungle of BDS. When you think about Sheo and Nuck, a lot of their like games are just, you know, them playing champions and just trying to stabilize mid. They don't really want to fight. They don't really want to move together. Yep. And it's all about like bot lane and top lane. Like Adam absorbing pressure early, smashing his lane with some like hard carry champion, and then objective control. I think if the games are neutral, and the reason why I guess I would give a slight advantage to BDS is if the games are neutral, BDS has better objective setups. They're just, and that's how they did so well in LEC. They're just always first on the objective. They get to the objective first, they put down wards, they're ready to engage, they know when to do the Drake compared to like when to, peel off and play for a fight. They just play objectives better than almost anyone else in LEC, which I think is a huge advantage when it comes to actually playing, you know, these types of best of 5 matches that are really uncomfortable. You want the players, you want like the high baseline. You don't want to have to rely on like players having good days or something like that. So yeah.
Because the problem I have is this. I actually really thought before it ended up that Golden Guardians did finish 4th. I even said on some of the Insight like ages ago, like if somehow Golden Guardians end up 4th and they're the team in the playoff, like LEC's fucked. Like, because actually Golden Guardians, if people don't know, for most of the split, they actually had the highest floor of any NA team. Like even Cloud9 was more fucking up and down and could enter game. Golden Guardians looked pretty good in the split. I have to say, mate, the problem is it's the way that they lost in the playoffs in LCS. It's destroyed all my fucking confidence. Because like you say, the two main players that's supposed to be the strength are obviously fucking Gory and River. Mate, River looked absolute shit most of the whole playoffs. And then the Gory guy, like, what a weak mid pool, and he just like fucking withered, mate. It's sad. It's just sad, isn't it? Yeah, like what the hell? Like if those players play the way they did in spring, they easy win this series. We'll see him at Worlds, no problem. The problem is, I'm really scared for him, mate, because I don't even know that much about the coaching side. I won't say that's like my angle, but my angle's like this, Dom. First of all, Crown Shot is easily gapping his role in this matchup. And then if you go to the other side, like, mate, Licorice is all right, but I could see a world where Adam does just fucking carry a couple of games. Like, I want to see if Licorice can deal with him for this whole best of 5, mate. People might know I'm an Adam skeptic, but this is someone he could beat, mate. He could beat this guy in lane. Like, I think this is going to be an interesting match. I think I'll favor BDS, but slightly. I think I'll go with them. I think they will win it, mate. I'm going to say they do.
Yeah, I think that they're the safer pick. I mean, it's just so hard to believe in Golden Guardians when their biggest strength was like their biggest weakness. Like Gory had an awful,
so sad.
He had an awful like just time in playoffs. And when I was watching him, I wondered because there was a couple times where like in interviews he stated like his biggest goal was to like get to Worlds. Like he really wanted to like go to Worlds. And I wonder if like the pressure of like playing the matches that involved going to Worlds was just too much for him because he was so like set on that being like the main, you know, like the main goal of like the entire year. So I don't know if he's just like, if he was choking under pressure, exactly what it was, but he looked like a completely different player. It was very hard to watch him play and just be like, yeah, it's the same guy. Cause their whole strength, like we said, was mid jungle. River was massive the entire year. And then Gory was able to like take the advantages and they would just go and run the whole map and they knew how to fight better than anyone else. Like they were the team that played the most like an LPL team in North America, where they would just like constantly fight. They understood a concept that no other NA team understood, including Cloud9, which was how to like fight in what people consider like the neutral or whatever, but fight when nothing is up to burn summoners to prepare for like a better fight in the future. A lot of like that's a core part of LPL is people say, oh, they fight all the time. It's like, no, that's actually just a really smart time to fight. If it's 18 minutes, there's no Drake, there's no Baron on the table, and you can start a fight where you burn like 2-3 flashes for the next one, even if you have people die, that is going to be more of an advantage than you know, the gold that they're going to get in the immediate. Like, people just don't understand that. And Golden
Yes.
Guardians actually did understand that, which was, and it was very obvious because they would take very deliberate, like, 5-man fights in these pockets of time where there was nothing up. And I thought that that was going to translate really well internationally, but obviously, like, when they just play like shit a bunch of games in a row, it's very hard to, you know, think that, like, yeah, they're just going to be able to get it together again. It just feels like it feels like a coin flip betting on them.
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, you know, be a pleb and don't.